Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Thursday, March 12th, and this is my morning market breakdown of the US dollar pairs, including gold and a couple of the yen pairs. As always, we start off with the US dollar index because that basically tells us exactly what to do on the rest of the dollar pairs themselves. So on the daily time frame, I've been saying that now this does have that ABC look to it. Now the thing is when you have the end of a pullback, the end of an ABC pullback or any pullback, what happens after the pullback is complete is it needs to make impulsive movement to the downside. This right here was the end of a pullback, and look how strong it was to the downside. This right here looks like the end of a pullback right here, but it's really not maintaining any strength to the downside. Now, it could just be a wave one, wave two, and then eventually it goes down, makes a three, four, five. But that's kind of a red flag to me when it looks like the end of a pullback, but then it doesn't maintain impulsive movement. Kind of makes me think that it's going to respect this 61% and end up continuing up, especially because my weekly time frame analysis has this as the end of an ABC right here, the end of an ABC of B, which means that this potentially is going to keep on going up and it is going to break this structure right here if my weekly time frame analysis is correct. So taking it all the way down to the 1 hour time frame, I think it's very important to pay attention to your structure on all time frames. Right now, the market flow is up on the 1 hour unless it breaks below here. So if you get a nice little Fibonacci bounce, the next area would be the 61 or possibly the 678% Fibonacci retracement of this move down, and you get a break of structure to the downside, which our current structure is right here, then that would confirm that we're heading back down. But on this time frame, we have a break up here, and then we have higher low, higher low, higher low, and currently we're sitting at a pullback that hasn't broken any higher lows yet. So if it goes down and breaks this, then that would turn us bearish. If it makes a higher low and golfing up, especially if it happens at a Fibonacci retracement of this move, then potentially it would push up to the 61. If it makes another pullback and another higher low, then we would just keep on looking for longs on the dollar, especially on shorter time frames. If it does respect one of these fib levels, go down and break structure at a fib level, then that would definitely turn us back to being bearish. So what we need to do now is we need to take this information and apply it to the dollar pairs themselves. If we're bullish the dollar on the 1 hour time frame, that means that we should be bearish the euro, the pound, the Aussie, and the Kiwi, and bullish the dollar CAD and dollar Swiss. Moving on to the euro dollar. Now the euro dollar did engulf to the upside early this week right here, which really makes me think that this move down that we're currently seeing is going to make a higher low and it's going to push up. Whether this is an ABC pullback within a downtrend and it goes to a fib level and turns back down, or whether it's actually trend reversing to the upside like this, we don't know. But we're definitely going to take it one step at a time and hopefully learn and earn along the way. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, like I said, it's important to pay attention to your structure. Right here, we have a structure. Right here, we have a Fibonacci level. If this breaks and holds above this structure, that means that this wave down is complete. And the fact that we suspect that the daily could keep on going up tells us that if we get a break of structure to the upside at a Fibonacci level on these sort of time frames, then that definitely should turn us back to being bullish. And we definitely should, at that point, start looking for logs every single chance we get. So if it breaks and holds above this structure, we're definitely becoming bullish. If it rejects that structure and just keeps on making lower lows, lower highs, then we're going to continue to look for shorts on these shorter time frames. Moving on to the pound dollar, back up to the daily time frame. Very similar to the euro dollar. We had this engulfing up at the beginning of the week. That tells me that there's a very good chance that this move down right here is a pullback to the move up. Like I said, whether it's a ABC pullback to the downtrend like this, or whether it's a trend reversal and it goes up and breaks structure, I don't know. But hopefully we can learn and earn along the way as it plays out. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, it's very similar to the euro dollar. The 1 hour time frame is down because we haven't broken this high. If we get a Fibonacci retracement bounce and a break of structure, that is what would turn us back to being bullish. And with the fact that the daily is up, that is what would turn us back into a bull. Otherwise, if it doesn't, if it makes a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, just keeps on making lower lows, lower highs, then you would just keep on looking for shorts every single time you get a chance. Very, very simple if you follow along with structure on multiple time frames to tell what direction you should be trading in. So moving on to the Aussie dollar, back up to the daily time frame. The Aussie dollar is one of the ones where I said that this really does look like a possible wave five, and if it is a wave five, eventually it should engulf to the downside. And if it really is a wave five, it will start a downtrend that will eventually go down and break both of these structures. None of that has happened yet. This is my Elliott wave analysis that has not been proven to be true yet. It could easily just keep on going up if it wants to. The trend is up on the daily, the trend is up on the weekly. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, our structure on this one is currently way up here. And also, we're not even really at a Fibonacci level on this yet either. So, if you trade the sort of time frames, lower high, the fact that we're not even at a Fib level tells me there's probably a pretty good chance it's going to make another lower high. Now, if it does break to the upside at a Fibonacci retracement level, then that's what needs to turn us back to being bullish. Right now, if you're trading the 1 hour time frame and below, it is making lower lows, lower highs. So what would you be doing? You'd be looking for shorts on these sort of time frames until you get a Fibonacci bounce and a break to the upside, which hasn't happened yet. So definitely pay attention to your structure. Moving on to the US dollar CAD. US dollar CAD, like I said, is one of the ones that really does look like it could be going back to being bullish dollar because it really looks like this is an A. This looks like a kind of like a regular flat for a wave B, and it looks like it potentially could turn up again for a wave C or maybe even a 1, 2, 3. But has it engulfed to the upside? No. Has it made a higher low? No. Has it broken structure? No. The trend is definitely still down on this time frame. Until proven otherwise, we need to definitely keep in mind that the trend is down and it could keep going down. So going down to the 1 hour time frame. Now, technically, even on this time frame, the trend is still down. I mean, it still hasn't broken this high right here. This is the last swing right here before you got this sideways market, which still hasn't even broken. Now, yes, it has been making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. If it breaks down this higher low, then that definitely needs to turn us back to being bearish big time. If it goes up and breaks this high, which I suspect that there's a good chance it will, then that's what needs to tell us to start looking for longs. Really, because it broke up here and because it is making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, you probably should be looking for longs if you're a short time frame trader. But just keep in mind that the daily is down. So if it does break to the downside, you better get back to being bearish because the trend is definitely down until it breaks this structure right here, which it hasn't done yet. And moving on to the US dollar Swiss, back up to the daily time frame. The dollar Swiss really does look like a possible completed pullback right here, like I've been saying. I mean, it looks like a possible ABC. If this is an ABC, you would expect this to keep on going down. But the same thing as what I said with the dollar index applies here. If this was the end of a pullback, it should be doing this. But instead, it's doing a very overlapping, slow move. Now, that doesn't mean that it potentially couldn't go down again, but I think there's a good chance this is going to make a higher low and go up. I think this is going to be a failed ABC pullback, and it's potentially just a bear trap. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, on the 1 hour we had a break up over here, which would have turned you bullish. Now we have a structure level right here. If it breaks below here, then you need to become bearish again. If it rejects this and turns back up, you can definitely continue to look for longs. And if it just continues to make higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher low, higher low, then you would just keep on looking for longs every chance you get, potentially using Fibonacci retracement to help you identify pullbacks or the end of pullbacks. So we are definitely looking for longs unless it breaks this right here, which it's pretty impulsive. So it definitely could break this. And if it does break this, then we'll wait for the first pullback and we'll start looking for shorts on the first pullback after the breakup structure. And moving on to gold. Gold kind of does whatever gold wants to do. I do have a couple of possibilities for gold. Just real quick, I want to show you on the weekly time frame that this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4. That could just keep on going up for a wave five. It could just keep on going up and making new all-time highs very easily, especially with everything that's been going on in Iran right now. So if it really is a wave five, then it potentially is just going to keep on moving up. It's not going to, break to the downside. This time frame is where I've been saying that it looks like an A, it looks like a B, it looks like it potentially tried to break, and it looks like this is like a 1 and a 2, and then it goes down and makes a 3, 4, 5. So the daily really does make you think that it's going to go down like this. But These candles are up, right? We're making higher low candles right here. The momentum is up, so we would be looking for longs on shorter time frames. Unless it breaks to the downside at a fib level, then we'll start looking for shorts. But if we're looking for longs and it does this, then that's good news, right? If we're looking for longs and it goes to a Fibonacci retracement level and then breaks down, then we'll just simply start looking for shorts, and then we'll look for shorts the whole way down. Doesn't really matter whether it keeps going up or not, as long as we follow along with our structure and pay attention, because we'll change directions if we have to. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, like I've been saying for a while now, I mean, it looks potentially like it's going to go up again. I still think it potentially is going to go up to at least a 61%. My next big area of resistance on this is right around 5,003, 5,258, 259 is our next Fibonacci level. And price did try to break down here, but it broke down in a very corrective manner. And then it bounced from the 61%, and now it's trying to break back up. If it breaks and holds above this structure, then I think it's going to potentially go up to the 61%. If it does reject this structure, then it definitely could end up going down again. So there's a big difference between a break of structure, this is a break of structure, held above structure, and a rejection of structure where it tries to break and then rejects it instantly. So as always, if you pay attention to structure, you're probably going to be trading in the right direction. If it breaks and holds, then probably trade it up to there. If it rejects it, then it might go all the way back down to a lower Fibonacci level. And moving on to the US dollar yen, back up to the daily time frame. The dollar, all the yen pairs look like they could turn down, but none of them have actually done it yet. So we are definitely very, very bullish on the yen pairs still. Just because they look like they potentially could turn down soon doesn't mean that that is what's going to happen, right? So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, technically the trend is up until it breaks below here. It looks like it is trying to break below there, but oftentimes you'll get a break and then it rejects it and then just keeps on going back up. And this definitely looks like a potential pullback right here. So if it does reject structure, then you definitely want to continue to be bullish. On the other hand, if it holds below structure, then that definitely needs to turn us bearish. At that point, we definitely need to start looking for shorts on pullbacks, especially because we see on the higher time frames that this could be getting close to making a top. So if we think it's getting close to making a top and then we see it breaking below structure and hold below structure, that tells us that we definitely want to start looking for shorts as soon as possible, because we could have a top in on the daily time frame. Moving on to the euro again. The euro yen is another one where it looks like it's still going up. It looks like it potentially could do this before it goes down, but we don't really know that for sure, right? I mean, this could be a lower high, and it could just keep on going down. It is lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. It is definitely making lower lows and lower highs for the most part. So the trend is up. The trend could continue up, but we suspect that if it engulfs down, then we better turn bearish, because we do suspect that it could make another lower high. So going to the 1 hour time frame, technically the trend is kind of down because it did break, but it didn't really break with momentum. So this is one of those cases where yes, it did break, but it's kind of rejecting it. So if it bounces off a fib level, which we're at the 38%, goes up and breaks this high, then more than likely it's also going to go up to the 78%. So if it rejects this and goes up and breaks, then most likely my next target is right around 184.2 for the 78% from the daily time frame. Now technically it is breaking. So if it makes a lower high and goes down and a lower high and goes down, then technically you would be looking for shorts. This is the break that would tell you that it's heading back up, and it definitely hasn't done it yet. So pay attention to your structure as always. Going down to the pound yen, this is another one. We're sitting at a pretty important area. We're sitting at the 100% Fibonacci extension. This definitely could be where it turns down and does this, but there's no proof of it yet. And this also could just keep on going up. I mean, I try not to force my analysis on the market. Yes, we're sitting at an important area. Yes, this could end up turning down here, but will it? I don't know. I mean, it also could keep on going up. The trend is up based on momentum. The trend is up based on structure. So guess what? We're looking for logs in an uptrend. Technically, we should be having this right here also, because it did go up and make a new high. So we are looking for longs still. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, we don't even have a breaker structure on the 1 hour. No breaker structure on the 1 hour time frame yet. So if it makes a higher low and it golfs up, then you definitely want to go back to being long. On the other hand, if it does break down, then you can start justifying the reason to start looking for shorts after the break of structure. So we are definitely looking for longs. If it breaks to the downside, then we'll switch it up and we'll start looking for shorts. But as of right now, the 1 hour time frame and up is all in an uptrend, which means if you get a nice engulfing move to the upside, a nice higher low, I would definitely take it as a long. So anyways, don't forget to check out my website, fxpipcollector.com, if you'd like to follow along with all my trades, and be part of a great trading community on Discord. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading to everyone.